Listen up, partners. This is Good, Bad, Ugly on World Improv Network.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alex.
My name is Asa.
This is Jim.
And we are your astute wind counselors, get you through the week with any problems you might be experiencing or any daily grind issues that you want resolved. So we're going to get to our first winner.
All right.
Our first winner is named Tom, and he is from Manhattan, New York, and he writes, Dear Win, what do you guys think of cyberbullying and the fact that you can now buy insurance for it? You can buy insurance for cyberbullying. Can you believe that?
Hey, I think I'm glad that the insurance business is finally catching up with the internet. Internet is one of the most unsurveilled domains that is out there. It's unlegislated, and I think it's about time that we start monitoring cyberbullying and taking it serious.
Okay. What do you think, Jimbo?
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more, Asa.
Oh, well, you're weird.
Oh, yep. I think that we need to step back a little bit because it's coddling our children that is leading to a weak nation. Mm-hmm. And should we ever have to fight a war, we're going to be up a creek when the enemy starts taunting and insulting our boys and women. Excuse me. This
Yep.
isn't World War I. And they're not going to be able to handle it because, oh, no, there's not war bullying insurance.
Oh, so you're saying it's going to make us soft if we can't defend ourselves. As a matter of fact, are you encouraging cyberbullying? So it makes us tough.
I think we should have designated cyber bullies in every town and neighborhood that are responsible for not only cyberbullying, but following it up with some IRL bullying, specifically tied to whatever they were bullied for online.
That's almost like cyber drill sergeants, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You got to beat them down to make them tough, have them pull up their bootstraps, and all of a sudden they're a real man or woman that can fight and defend this great country of ours. Man, Asa, I don't know. I mean, I think he makes a very good point there.
Children are like eggs, they're fragile.
Well, I mean,
I know it's not poetic, but I just, would you bully an egg? Is that how soon do you want the bullying to start, huh? In the womb?
I would take a cue from the Spartan society, and I would start it young. And if a child does not appear like it can handle bullying, you just throw it into a pile off a cliff and start over.
See, I think you're introducing an unnecessary realm of bureaucracy. I mean, who's going to choose these bullies?
Well, that's a good point.
Who's gonna bully the bullies?
The doctors. Because here's why.
The doctor,
you have
the TV show?
Right. The doctors from the TV show. Yeah, exactly. Those guys would be perfect for it. You have a cyber app, bullying app, right, on your phone. Doesn't matter what model phone it is. You stick it up on the belly on the woman every single day in that 9-month term. Mm-hmm. And then when the kid comes out, you can make a decision. Was it bullied hard enough? Is it tough enough to make it through the rest of its life? Mm-hmm. Or like Jim says, just give it a pitch.
Fetal bullying is an up-and-coming and untapped market.
It's a very up-and-coming, untapped market. For sure.
I don't know what that was, but I think it could be taken care of a lot more easily with this new insurance.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Sounds like the words of someone who was never properly bullied, if you ask me.
Well, you sound like a bully.
Oh, you would say that.
Well, I would, yeah, because what's the next question?
You know what it's like to be.
What's the next question?
Our next winner.
Asa gonna cry.
No, not now. I save my tears for private time.
Well, our next winner is Gupta from Calcutta, India, and he writes, Dear Win, have you seen the new ghost-shaped robot that was just unveiled at CES in Las Vegas, which can analyze you brushing your teeth, your sleeping patterns and how you sleep, and tell you how much you've had to drink? A ghost-shaped robot that watches you and analyzes stuff like that.
Ghost-shaped
robot.
I'm sorry, how do we know what ghosts are shaped like?
That's a good point.
Like Casper or like in the Ghostbusters logo?
I would argue.
Or in Pac-Man?
Right. But in this case, I would argue whatever Chinese think ghosts should look like is what this one looks like, because I'm sure it's made in China.
And it measures your like dental hygiene.
Yeah, it analyzes how you brush your teeth. If you're doing a good enough job when you're brushing your teeth, it watches you sleep, and it can even tell you how much you've had to drink. if you blow into its face or something. I don't know.
That is a really random assortment of abilities.
Yeah, I'd rather have a robot that just did those things for me versus telling me whether or not I'm doing a good job brushing my teeth.
And why a ghost?
I don't need more judgment in my life.
And why do you think it's shaped like a ghost?
That is also a very good question. Maybe the Chinese find that more motivating.
I think that's
see.
it's like the specter of evaluation always hanging over us, but now
Yes.
it's like embodied. So
I got it. I know exactly what's happening. It's their form of electronic bullying. Why? Because they're going to make a ghost to scare the heck out of all Westerners why they're brushing their teeth, why they're sleeping, what they've been drinking, to the point now that they become submissive for that great Chinese invasion that Jim's worried about.
Yep.
Dude.
You guys always hear me talking about that invasion. It's coming any day now.
I mean, the only time we don't hear about it is on the show, and now
Gosh, I know.
it's finally spilled over.
Finally, the beans are out the can, buddy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Well, everyone beware.
Of ghosts that are coming from the other side of the Pacific.
And 1 billion Chinese.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's your answer, Gupta. Our next winner is Mark from Boulder, Colorado, and he writes, Dear Win, I heard one of you guys had someone from Craigslist out of the blue offer you 1 pound of medical marijuana for your car that you listed for sale on the site. What's that all about, and how did you respond?
Yeah, Jim, how'd you respond?
How'd you respond?
Why is everyone thinking this is me?
I don't have a car. I ride a bicycle.
I thought you put your car up for sale on Craigslist.
No, I love my car.
Oh.
Civic pride, baby.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, it was a Honda.
Well, why don't you vote then if you've got civic pride? Just kidding. Whatever. Forget about it. Honda Civic, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So wait, what was the question?
Okay, well, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll just jump on it. It was me. Okay, so
Yeah, I was gonna say.
so I listed my car up on Craigslist. Just kind of threw it out there, and the first response, I should read it here. I got my phone in front of me. The first response, this guy contacts me without even asking any questions about the car, about I can't afford to pay for it. You know, do you want to trade something like maybe I don't know, an ATV or some other kind of car, and so on. And no. The first thing that came out of this text right to me, it says, Alex, would you trade your Honda Passport for 1 pound of medical marijuana? That's the question, right out of the hop.
How much are you asking for this car?
Oh, not a lot. The transfer case blew out on it, so I'm not asking all that much. But
Okay.
the medical marijuana is probably worth more than the car. But the fact that you didn't even ask who I was, didn't even grease me up for that question, just flat out, it could have just.
This sounds like someone who maybe just happened into a pound of medical marijuana and now is trying to move it very quickly without involving any legitimate
What are you saying?
transactions.
Is it El Chapo?
I believe it is.
Or Sean Penn.
Or Sean Penn? Yeah.
Though I think Sean Penn would hold on
publicist.
to it.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. So that's why I was scared right off the hop. I thought, hold on a second. By this language, that's probably El Chapo. I'm like, I should probably not respond, And then I said to him no, and then he responds, well, how about a dirt bike? And I told him, no, I'm good on 2 wheels.
What about both of them? Maybe you could get both?
That's a good idea. I should have said that, but I came back with one more rebuttal or one more response that I haven't heard from since. I said, well, if you have an Audi A6 or A8 available, I would be interested. And then for some reason, he didn't respond.
Medical grade Audi A6?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Precision.
A former ambulance Audi.
That's right. Medical grade one. Yeah, and I don't know why he didn't respond. Don't you think that would be fair? I mean, he wanted my car for marijuana. I said no. He offered a dirt bike. I said no. And then so I tried to become give him an offer, meet him in the middle. And I said, give me an A6 or an A8 and we can talk about it. And he did not respond. How rude. That's why I don't like Craigslist.
Hey, that's Craigslist.
That's so Craigslist for you. All right. Well, our next winner is Ina from London, England. And she writes, Dear Win, how deep is your love? Ooh. Like the ocean and all the motion, how deep is your love?
I'll just say that there ain't no valley low enough, and there ain't no river wide enough.
And there ain't no mountain high enough?
No, there is not a mountain high enough.
For what?
That would keep me from getting to you, babe. Because my love is like a raging river. It's capped with white stuff.
Huh.
Hit me harder. It's your love. Come on, boys.
I'm shaking my hips.
How deep is your love? Like the ocean and all the motion and commotion or something. Deep is your love. You can answer this because we got one more little piece of inspiration. Get you through the rest of the week, and that is Horoscope Corner.
Love, fortune, status. Let us do your astrological chart. Horoscope Corner on World Improv Network.
Hey, what up there, Leos? You're going to turn into a Cleo unless you go to the World Improv Network on YouTube, subscribe, like some videos, check it out. Check out the World Improv Network on Facebook. Like us over there. Check out at World Improv Net on Twitter. You can send us suggestions for the show. Check out iTunes. Check out our podcast. Leave reviews, download, and check us out every Sunday right here at 8 p.m. on Mile High Sports Radio 1340.
Thanks for listening to Win on Mile High Sports Radio. Don't forget to be a winner and interact with the cast by sending your suggestions or questions for each show segment throughout the week by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line on Sundays before or during the show. See you next week.